try to get through everything we can before the sun goes down. Do this old school. All right, tonight this is the Board of School Trustees of Lebanon Community School Corporation will meet in regular session at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, April 21st, 2026 at Lebanon High School in the Herman B. Wells Community Center. This meeting is a meeting of the school board in public for the purposes of conducting school corporation business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There will be time for public participation as indicated by the agenda. The meeting site is fully accessible and any person requiring further accommodation should contact the superintendent at the school corporation central office. We're going to start off with the pledge. Mr. Hammond, you want to start us off with the pledge, please?
Yes, sir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Hamlin. All members are currently present, so we do have a quorum. And let's go with Lisa. Will you read us the mission statement tonight? Sorry, I'm mixing that up a little bit.
Sure. Lebanon Community School Corporation challenges everyone every day to a new best.
Okay, so approval of the minutes from the March 17th, 2026 regular meeting. Everyone's had a chance to review those. I take a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, moving on to superintendent's announcements and celebrations.
Thank you, Mr. Clauser, appreciate it. First of all, I'd like to take a moment to congratulate our transportation department. Recently had the bus inspection and 100% of our buses passed inspection on the first try. So once again, kudos to Dave and Becky and Michael and Greg for their hard work every day to keep our buses safe and running. It's no simple feat to get 100% of your fleet through there on that first run. So congratulations to them on the job well done. I put in your notes a couple of pictures from Jack Howard, who now holds the school record for pole vault. It happened at Zionsville meet. Saw some great action shots there. Congratulations to him. Sent a note to him on behalf of the board as well, offering our congratulations. So congratulations to Zach on that. Also great to see sportsmanship seen by our officials on our athletic contest. You'll see that Bernardo Hildebrand Martin was recognized by a boys volleyball official for his conduct during one of their matches, and his honesty at that time was recognized by the official, and that's what we want our young people to do. So I wanted to share that with the board this evening as well. Put in the board's notes an executive summary. I've shared in my weekly 3 as well as some of my board notes an article, research article that came out last month by Ball State University, a study that examined the performance of Indiana schools based on what they indicated was the value-added model. This is something that I've been asking the Department of Education and our legislators to consider in adopting A through F accountability models to account for variables that are within school districts and schools control and variables that are not. And so the Ball State study did take into account these variables, and of course found that poverty often is one of those factors that influences what A through F accountability is often measured on, and certainly that's a bit frustrating because it's kind of a one-size-fits-all model, but it's not a one-size-fits-all school-to-school comparison. You've heard me say numerous times that does not mean that we lower expectations of students. It just means that year over year, the model is going to represent that perhaps some students' life experiences will not show up on that snapshot test. So the research was very involved, included all public school districts across the state of Indiana in recognizing that model. So in your background notes, and you'll see some more coming out of our office, we'll be doing some press releases on this as well, is how does Lebanon stack up when a value-added model is applied, or value-added model. And so some of the performance indicators from the 2025 data showed that our third grade students were stable. They were divided in 4 quintiles, and while our third grade was in the 4th quintile, it was within expected range of our output from our students, our academic output for third grade. Our statewide ranking, LCSE ranked in the 2nd quintile, which puts us in the top 40% for all 8th grade proficiency, and SAT college ready benchmarks. So both the 8th grade benchmarks and our SAT benchmarks puts Lebanon schools in the top 40%. Our 11th and 8th graders outperformed their predicted proficiency by 3.5%, which is significantly higher than the impact measured in our neighboring districts such as Zionsville and Carmel. High school students exceeded their college readiness expectations by 4.1%, nearly tripling the growth impact of some of our Boone County peers. Our high school SAT performance exceeded expectations by 4.1. This growth surpassed some of our more affluent neighbors and friends, including Northwest Allen County schools, obviously in Allen County, Indiana, Hamilton Southeastern schools as well. And within Boone County, our success rate was at the SAT was triple our friends at Sheridan and double our friends at Western Boone. You'll see more of some of that data that'll be coming out, as I said, through some of our press releases. I think it's what we talked about is the difference between benefits-based accountability and compliance-based accountability. And our parents, family, and communities expect us to perform at expected levels. And this data is indicating that we do that, and something that we should celebrate. So you'll see more coming out in the coming weeks about that. So, and obviously I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have about that. Finally, 2 other celebrations this evening. One for Mr. Parks and Mrs. Hutchinson, who were recognized by the State School Boards Association. You accumulate points as board members at your attendance at events and trainings, and they reached a level of excellence that was recognized by the State School Boards Association. So thank you for your time and your volunteerism and also staying engaged at the statewide level. That's much appreciated. And finally, I'm happy to share with you this evening, for the first time, I'm able to recognize our own Dr. Zach Dennis here at the Diaz this evening, as he successfully defended his doctoral dissertation this afternoon. And so we will be retooling our name plaques to reflect that throughout the offices. So congratulations to Dr. Dennis on his accomplishment, and welcome to that club, sir. So appreciate that.
Congratulations.
That's all I have for my announcement to celebration.
All right, a lot of great stuff there. I think that takes us to our informational items, construction and renovation items, LHS athletic facilities update, and Signworks updates. Who's taking that?
Yep, so we are currently in the throes of our construction manager's construction RFP for the athletic facility updates that we'll be performing. More on that to come. Those are due back on May 1st, and bringing a recommendation to the board for that service at the May meeting. Board's well aware Signworks has been engaged for quite a bit of branding here in the district. We've shown what they've done at our 4 elementary schools thus far, but our middle school has received the beginning of their treatment this week, and those installations are ongoing and certainly impressive once those things jump off the page as renderings to actually install items. And we are approaching the end of the phase here at the high school. Student Activity Center is soon to be turned over as well as football, and I've been waiting to share this nugget, and I've told multiple people, and this may be heartburn for some of the folks on the desk up here, but at least Mr. Hendricks might be proud of this. The basketball floor was recently installed, and the same crew had just completed the new floor at Mackey before coming directly to our activity center. And I learned that Mackey at Purdue installs 1.5 inch thick maple boards for their floor, whereas ours is 2 1/8. And so by that objective metric, LCSC is better than Purdue University. Happy to report that. So we've got a heck of a basketball floor in that activity center.
All right, I think that takes us on to first reading of policy updates.
Yes, Mrs. Belker and I have been busy, as you see, updating things, bringing in compliance with new requirements and whatnot. So this is the first reading. It does not require board action, but gives the board opportunity to ask any questions.
Any questions from the board on those updates? All right, no questions, we'll move on to our consent agenda, staff matters.
Excellent. I'm just asking the board this evening to consider approval for our classified and certified and ECA positions this evening as presented.
I'll make it. Take a second? Second. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, I'll turn this over to Dr. Miller.
Thank you very much. Thank you, board. I do have two exciting announcements from your previous board action. As you know, at our previous meeting, the board approved the transfer of Mr. Rick Hunt, who had been brought on board to open our Tiger Cubs pre-K and be our preschool principal, with Mrs. Walters moving on to a central office position, North Montgomery Schools. That position became available and the board approved his transfer to Hattie Stokes as the principal beginning next school year. So we were on our search immediately for his replacement as preschool principal, and I'm pleased to share with the board and the community this evening that your last action item approved Mrs. Lauren Huff as the preschool principal. Mrs. Huff has been very successful in her 2-year tenure as assistant principal at Lebanon Middle School, and a great member of that team. I'm sure it was a tough meeting with the staff this afternoon, with them learning that she's going to be moving on to the preschool, but we know that she's excited about that. She's actually returning to her elementary roots. That's her training, and that's where she spent her time teaching at that level. So congratulations, come on up. Congratulations. A little better tonight. She had a little mishap, so gives you an opportunity to introduce who's with you and share your thoughts with the board. Yep.
Thank you. Well, thank you to the board for having me this evening, and thank you, Dr. Mullen. I've got my husband here with me, Stephen Huff. We've got 2 little boys, but we left them at home with Brandy and Grampy this evening. So I just want to take the opportunity to say thank you for this opportunity. I'm really excited to hopefully be stepping into this role as the new pre-K principal as we launch this new program from the ground up. This district means a lot to me. I'm a graduate, and having served as the assistant principal at the Lebanon Middle School, it's special to now help build something for our youngest learners of our community. We have a big opportunity ahead of us, and I'm excited to get into it and create a place where kids feel safe, they feel loved, and they're excited about learning. Additionally, I'm excited for our families so that we can create that connection with them, and I'm looking forward to building with the current staff that we have and then the new staff that we'll be bringing in. So I just want to thank you for the opportunity and thank all of you for being here. Thank you.
It's been a lot of years since the school board at Lebanon approved an athletic director, 18 in fact, from the time that Mr. Levine was appointed as our athletic director. I'm very excited to share with you this evening that our new athletic director beginning tonight, Mr. Chad Guest. Chad comes to us from Hamilton Southeastern Junior High, where he's been the athletic director for 15 or 16. This is 15. 16 years in that position. Brings a wealth of experiences to Lebanon as an athlete under one of the most successful Hall of Fame coaches in the state of Indiana at the high school level. Mr. Guest has coached young men in at least basketball, maybe more sports, but I know that he has 2 young men that are still currently playing at the professional level that he had tutelage as part of, is his tenure as a coach. He's learned under some of the best athletic directors in the state of Indiana that I'm certainly aware of, so I know he'll be able to lean on some great folks in this position. So I know he's excited. I know you want to come on up and introduce your family as well, but congratulations to you.
Well, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Dr. Millman, for that introduction. With me tonight's my wife, Lindsay. We're celebrating our 20-year anniversary this upcoming summer. So I told her I'd treat her to a Lebanon high school football game for our 20-year anniversary. How about that?
Yes, sir.
Our daughter Olivia and our son Cameron is also with us tonight. So I will tell you this, as an Indiana University lifelong fan and alumni, I never thought I'd be this excited to put on black and gold, but I think it's something I can get used to for sure. I've had a lot of people ask me over the course of my career, if moving on to the high school level is something that I would consider, and my answer has been the same, that it would take a really special opportunity, a special place. And when I was going through the process here with Mr. Meyer, Dr. Millman, and their staff, it became very obvious that Lebanon is a special place, and it is that special opportunity. So I'm very excited to be here and to stand before you as your next athletic director. Can't wait to get started, and very humbled and appreciative of the opportunity. Excited to get with the coaches, work alongside them, find ways that we can elevate and move the program forward. And ultimately, I can't wait to get with the kids and with the student athletes, because that's what this is about. Get with them and make this the best education-based athletic experiences we can for them. So, thank you.
All right, thank you very much, and welcome, and congratulations, guys. That takes us on to our consent agenda business matters.
And I'd love to share it, but my browser's just spinning over here.
You can't do it from memory, Mr. Dennis? Dr. Dennis, sorry.
That's okay. So, as I always share with you, the 10-year cash flow projection, which really didn't appreciably change that much with March actuals. Months in through March, and then the March expense chart as well. Any questions, be happy to answer for the board.
Questions from the board? Okay.
Hearing none, read the claims. Two small exception payroll runs, that's why you see those two small numbers in there. Those are associated with the April 3rd pay, just payroll corrections. But at any rate, two payrolls for the time period of $2,489,479.64. Claims for the same time period, $2,790,730.62, for a total of $5,280,210.26. Appreciate the board's consideration of those claims.
All right, with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve claims and payroll as read.
I will make that motion.
Can you get a second?
Second.
Any questions? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Comments from the public? I think that takes us to our action items. Change orders first. Yeah.
Yep, I would say fairly standard change orders for this month. Nothing of note, but more than happy to answer any questions about those, but otherwise appreciate the board's action.
All right. No questions, I'd entertain a motion to approve the change orders.
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Moving right along to the resolution determining need for project.
Yeah, so this is the final cleanup of legal steps and next in the series. Again, we know from last month we were legal in this process. Since it's a new lease, we do have to, I know if one were really memorizing prior board agendas, you would notice the former meeting had a resolution determining need for the project, but this resolution completes the legal process simply because we're creating a new lease. That's why this step is required a second time. And so this is associated with the campus-wide master plan project and just completing these two final resolutions that we have here. So I can explain Exhibit B if you want to take them both together, or
Let's just take them both together.
the second one is just approving the form of that new lease that I just described.
Okay. Any questions? I take a motion to approve exhibits A and B as detailed in our notes and described by Dr. Dennis there.
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right. Bid recommendation for Connector Road project.
We received bids for the connection of where the transportation road ended to carry that road all the way through to Grant Street. It will connect right, really where the old staff lot, new bus lot, tees in. That will effectively complete the connectivity from John Bart Road over to Grant Street, and does provide a key pathway for the campus-wide master plan project that will allow us to access those facilities in that field north of the middle school. We received 4 bids that day. The lowest was also the most responsive and responsible. Turned out to be E&B Paving, so bringing to the board a recommendation to approve E&B Paving to complete our road, what we're lovingly calling Connector Road, in the amount of $789,298 flat.
We'll come up with a better name.
All right. Any questions?
Great contract.
And just so the board is aware, I am abstaining from this vote. My wife has a family member who works for the company. It's not a conflict or anything like that. There is no interest tied there, but I am going to abstain from the vote, just so the board is aware. So I would then entertain a motion on this.
I'll make a motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, moving on then to our CMP for the Connector Road project.
Leveraging the fact that Myron Agent is already at the middle school providing CM services, they will provide CMA services on Connector Road. They are waiving their staffing costs as their staff at the middle school will simply execute this. So they have just provided their fee and their fee for general conditions and project coordination and liability insurance. So total CM fee for this CMA fee of $48,921.
Questions? I take a motion to approve. So I'll go ahead and second that. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, moving on to item F, McKinney-Vento District Plan.
Well, this is a simple approval. We could push the presentation to the next meeting, Mr. Martin, if you like, and we can put it up on the screen and you can share that as an information.
I'm easy, I would just like to ask our dignitary for questions, McKinney-Vento. I already abbreviated, I asked him for 90 seconds, but McKinney-Vento is homeless support. It's required in Title I, Part A, to be compliant. We have to have a plan for the district level. So what you've been provided is an updated plan. It will be updated again in the summer because there's a couple names that are going to change in the building level support. So I'll be back anyway in the summer with more of a description, and I would like to get a little bit of time to tell you a little bit about McKinney-Vento because the liaison is responsible for community and public engagement in some level. So part of the yearly renewal of this is to have that public meeting for information.
Okay, and I just lost my screen as well right now, so I'm trying to get my bullet right. Yeah, that's fine. So, so ultimately tonight, we're looking at, maybe resetting the presentation for a future meeting, but we're still gonna, move forward with, the action item approving the district plan as detailed under item F. So if I can get a motion to that effect.
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any questions for Mr. Martin at this time? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Report the presentation. All right.
Kiwanis donation approval, I believe.
Yeah, move on to item G, Dr. Milliman, Kiwanis donation.
Yes, our friends at Kiwanis, obviously, mission of Kiwanis is to support students and children across the country. And they are providing a donation of clothing at our elementary schools, $250 each, so it's a $1,000 donation. Bring it to the board for that, their approval, because the aggregate of that is $1,000. They're also donating, I think you've seen some pictures of some of my updates to the board of the book vending machine that we have at Hattie B. Stokes. It's so cool. That would have been so cool if I had that as an elementary kiddo. We're gonna get a second one, and that one is gonna be located at Perry Worth Elementary School. That, I believe, was chosen, Mrs. Edmond can correct me, but I think because it can serve pre-K and K-5 in that building. There will be the one elementary school that has that unique quality, when the pre-K students are there as well. So I know Hattie B. Stokes students use incentive tokens that they've earned for various reasons to be able to purchase books and reading material, which is, again, so awesome. So we thank them for that donation. It's a value of over $8,000 for one of those machines, so we appreciate that.
All right, thank you very much to Kiwanis. I will gladly make the motion to approve the donation as detailed. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right. Item F, donation from the Community Foundation.
Yes, Community Foundation has agreed to provide us with $2,500 towards a new, it's known as a PACE Lab. It's an acronym. Board, you're going to get a in-person presentation on this in an upcoming board meeting. This lab will be the second one of its kind, I believe, in Indiana. There's one in Kokomo, maybe the third. It is a hands-on learning lab experience for special needs students, giving them, we have students on work sites and job placements around the community. This brings some of that experience into the school for them. So for students who may be on the on-ramp to being able to partake in that, or if we just don't have enough partnerships to make that happen. These are employability skills, life skills, and there'll be a lab set up here at the high school. What's nice is that we have our meetings here. We'll give you a little tour of that when it's up and running. This is a very, very exciting project. We're going to help fund this with some of our Medicaid dollars as well. Just the board's information, which is the perfect use for those funds. So there's a lot of manipulatives, a lot of materials, a lot of equipment, as you can imagine, and the Community Foundation is helping us with that endeavor. So happy to share that with the board this evening.
All right, excellent. Any questions from the board? Can you entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion.
And get a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. And lastly, the LHS girls overnight trip, basketball overnight trip.
The June 10th, I believe, I just switched pages and now I think it's
16th.
June 26th.
Yeah, June 16th.
Girls basketball overnight trip or out of state. Sorry, I changed pages to try to make sure I could get back to it. Is the request, and I have it right.
It's overnight.
Yeah.
Overnight. Indiana Wesleyan, thank you very much. You have just about an hour and a half of battery on our UPS.
All right. Any questions regarding the overnight? All right. I'll go ahead and move to approve that. Can I get a second?
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, and I think that is our last item. Our upcoming meeting is May 19th for a regular board meeting at 7 p.m. and May 29th graduation. Believe it or not, we are almost there. So, all right, we'll see everybody in. This meeting's adjourned.